Okay. So yesterday we were discussing on this one. So here, so till here, sorry, till the verse number 4. So till the here, the third question is answered. So etanna na avtaranam nidanam bijam avyayam yasya amsasena sujyante devatiriyan radhaya. He says that this form, the second manifestation of the Purusha, is the source and indestructible seed for multifarious incarnation within the universe. So just like yesterday I gave an example that let's say there is a prison house. So if Prime Minister wants to visit the prison house, he can directly come without the uh, help of jailer. But as a matter of etiquette, what Prime Minister does is first of all inform the jailer that okay, I want to come and visit this particular jail. So then, as soon as jailer comes to know that Prime Minister is going when Lord Krishna or his various incarnation appear in this material world, he comes through third Mahavishnu. Who is that third Mahavishnu? Is known as 1 minute. I'll show that. Sorry, let me open that graph. Yeah. So who is the third Mahavishnu? He is the Sirodakshai Vishnu. So he come through that Mahavishnu. You can see in this particular chart that there are three Vishnu. Of course, I'm repeating, I know, don't worry, because, I want all of you to remember that hearing again and again. So first Vishnu is Karanodakshai Mahavishnu. He's also known as Mahavishnu. When he excel, so many universal acts come out. So to activate all universal acts, so as soon as universal act come out, so there are so many material elements, Pancha Mahabhutas come. So these are earth, it's earth, water, fire, air, and whatever it may be. Okay, so in each to activate all this Pancha Mahabhuta, they cannot be activated without the presence of the Supreme Lord, without the will of the Supreme Lord. So what does Mahavishnu does? Mahavishnu enter in that universe as a Garbhodakshay Vishnu. And from the navel of Garbhodakshay Vishnu appears one lotus stem. Lotus. So on the lotus, there is a Brahmaji. In the stem, there are 14 planetary systems. You can see this thing. You can see the moving cursor. And to make this secondary universe, this this 14 planetary system, to activate this 14 planetary system, Garbhodakshay Vishnu again expand as a Sirodakshay Vishnu. And that Sirodakshay Vishnu enter into each and every atom, even that Sirodakshay Vishnu stays as a Paramatma with the living entities in their heart. Okay. So when we are discussing this particular verse, that in that it is mentioned that different incarnations of the Lord Krishna appear in this material world through the agency of this Sirodakshay Vishnu. So that is what is explained here. Hope this is clear. So let's move ahead. So here, so this form, the second manifestation of the Purusha. So first manifestation is Garbhodakshay, second is Sirodakshay. Is a source and indestructible seed of multifarious incarnation within the universe. From the particles and portion of this form, different living entities like demigods, men, and others are created. So through his agencies, seeds have been coming into the different womb and that particular body. So if you don't mind, I would like to read this particular purport. Okay, basically there are five tattvas for your understanding. One is Vishnu Tattva, second is Shakti Tattva. So Radharani belongs to Shakti Tattva. Lord Krishna, Balram, all other Vishnu incarnations, so they belongs to Vishnu Tattva. Shivji is called as Shiva Tattva, and Jivatma is called as the Jiva Tattva. And material nature, you know, which is made of Pancha Mahabhuta, three modes of material nature. So that is called Jada Tattva. Okay, so there are five tattvas. Okay, so or second Purusha avatar can be sorry is considered as a Garbhodaksha Vishnu. So basically in this material world, he comes through Sirodaksha Vishnu and of course through Garbhodaksha Vishnu. So we can also say that Mahavishnu appears through the Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Sorry, various incarnation appears through the Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Okay, so anyway, so let's move ahead. So everything is mentioned generally here. So now, so these are the basically the primary first three Purusha avatar. So as you see in the chart, so there are different kind of avatars. So I have discussed many times. So first Krishna expanded as a Balram. Okay. And there is a Swamsha. So when Lord Krishna was performing Ras Leela and when he was marrying to 16,100 wives, he expanded similar form. So that is called Swamsha. Okay. So or Swayam Rupa, sorry, not Swamsa. Swamsa is Vishnu Tattva. Swayam Rupa. So, so is also called as Prabhav Prakash. So his color and activities are similar to Lord Krishna. But if you see the Balram's activity is little bit different than Lord Krishna. That's why this Balram is called Vaibhav Prakash. It's different category, but of course, it's Vishnu Tattva. Power is same as Lord Krishna. So from first expansion of Lord Krishna is Balram. And from Balram again comes Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. And from Sankarshan comes Lord Narayan. Okay. And from Narayan comes, these are again the second Vyuhas. Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. Okay, so these are Kesava, Narayana, Madhava, Govinda, Vishnu, Madhusudana, Trivikrama, Vamana, Sridhara, Rishikesa, Padmana, Damodar. So 12 tilakas we apply on the body is coming from this. Okay. So Kesava, Om Kesavaya Nama, Om Narayana Nama, Narayana is on the belly. Madhava is between chest and belly. It's Madhava. Govinda is here on Kantha. Vamana is, left side of the abdomen. Sorry, right side of the Vishnu. Vishnu, yeah, left side. Right side of the abdomen. Madhusudana is on right hand here. And Trivikrama is on the right shoulder. Then Vamana is left. Okay. And Rishikesa on left shoulder. Padmanabh top of the back. And Damodar is in the middle. So that way there are 12 tilakas are coming. And this Damodar and Radha Damodar are different. Huh? So this Vaman and that Vaman Dev is different. Remember this part. Okay. So don't get confused between all those things. So again, from this first Chaturvi, original, sorry, from this Vasudeva Sankarshan, again there is expansion of Adokshaja, Purushotama, and all. Anyway, I'm not going in this detail right now, but all those things are mentioned in the purport of that 1.3.5. So Vaman again expand as Adokshaja, Purushottama, Sankarshan again expand as Upendra and Achyuta, Pradyumna again expand as a Narsimha, Janardhan, Aniruddha again expand as a Hari and Krishna. So 12 plus this 8 means 20. And then again there is expansion from Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, first chapter. So this is the 24 expansion. So these are the 24 expansion, 24 different expansion of Lord Krishna is mentioned here. So from this Sankarshan again comes, first Purusha avatar that we already discussed in detail. So I'm not going there. So there are 6 different type of incarnation. One is Purusha avatar, second is Lila avatar, third is Guna avatar, fourth is Yuga avatar, fifth is Manvantara avatar, and sixth is Satyavis avatar. So all those things are discussed in that purport. You can read and you can find. So now the Satyavis avatar. So just Satyavis avatar. So Satyavis avatar in generally is a living entity. They are specially empowered. All other incarnations, okay, there may be a combination also. Some are falling in Lila avatar, they may come in Guna avatar, and they may also fall in the Yuga avatar. Don't mind for that. Satyavesh avatar specifically, if they are common with someone else. So Satyavesh avatar is a living entity that's specially empowered by Lord Vishnu to act with, be act as equally powerful to Lord Vishnu. Okay, so to act that way. So they are like Brahmaji, Chaturbhushan, and four Kumaras, Narad Muni, Maharaj Prithu, Vasuram. They are specially empowered. So this way, these are the different incarnations. So now, so rather than going in the purport, so when you read this particular part, uh, you can see that Goloka chart, so you will understand. So these are the different things mentioned, that how this is the, so there are different colors. So red, color, white, red, and black, yellow. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appear in Telugu, so in golden form. Krishna appear in Dwapar Yuga, blackish, and all this thing. Okay, which may not be necessary because Krishna doesn't appear in all the Chaitanya Yuga. Okay, he appears once in a in a one day. So once in a, sorry, he appears once in a day of Brahma. So that is also in the seventh month and 28th Chaitanya Yuga. So he appears during that time. So these were different incarnations are mentioned. So in the Satyavesh avatar, there are two categories. If you see, so one is Bhagavad Avesh. So they are directly empowered, and Vibhutis. Vibhutis means Indra is called Vibhuti. It's so powerful, so powerful. So it's actual compared to all other living entities. So that's why out Krishna says out of all the Adityas, when we have learned the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is called Vibhuti Yoga, so they belong to here. Okay, so they are also living entity, but they are excelling compared to other living entities. That's why they are called Vibhuti, indirect, indirectly powerful, indirectly empowered. Okay, so let's move to next verse. So he says now, so different incarnation of the Lord Krishna are mentioned from this verse onwards. So he says, so evam prathama deva komaram sargam asrita chacharas duscharam brahmacharyam akhanditam. So first of all, in the beginning of the creation, there were the four unmarried sons of Brahma. So we learned how Brahmaji appeared. From the navel of the Buddha Vishnu comes the lotus flower. On that lotus flower, there is one living entity, so who is known as Brahma. So Brahmaji is the first living entity in this material world. So now all other creation and all other living entity comes to the Brahmaji. So first of all, at the beginning of creation, there were four unmarried sons of Brahma. So Brahma has four unmarried sons. Who are they? Four Kumaras. Okay. So then, who being situated in the vow of celibacy underwent severe austerities for the realization of the absolute truth. So these are the different kind of activities they perform. Okay. So we'll go through this purport. The creation of the material again, there are different names of the creation of a particular type of Brahma, the father of the living being in the creation. Okay. So as per the creation, there are different things. Okay. The Kumaras, as above mentioned, appear in the Kumara creation of the material world, to which, so like, when this material world is created, so there is a phase. Just like Brahmaji. Brahmaji is also a living entity, and Brahmaji lived for 100 years, but not earthly 100 years. Brahmaji's time scale is completely different from Earth. Just like, uh, as I mentioned, that one day of Brahma is made of 1,000 Chaturyuga. That is called one day of Brahma. So 1,000 Chaturyuga means, one Chaturyuga means uh, Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. So this way, So one Kali Yuga is made of 4.32 lakh, and now Dwapar Yuga is twice of the Kali Yuga. Treta Yuga is the thrice of the Kali Yuga, and Satyuga is the fourth time of the Kali Yuga. So total duration of the one Chaturyuga is 43 lakh 20,000 years. So Brahmaji's one day is 1,000 time of this 42 lakh 20,000 years. So that means 4.32 billion earthly years made the one day of Brahma. And similar night, so 8.64 earthly years made the one day and one night of Brahma. So such a similar day, such as 30 similar days made the 1 month of Brahma. Such a 12 months made 1 year of Brahma. And Brahmaji lives for such 100 years. Of course, calculation is given in Bhagavad Gita. I think 8.17, 18 or 19 somewhere in that particular verse it is mentioned. Of course, it is also given in 4.1. There also it is mentioned. So that is the person. So when Brahmaji was in Komar Avastha, okay, so that is what is mentioned. The creation of the material world is effected, maintained, and again annihilated at certain interval. So there are different names of the creation in terms of particular type of Brahma, the father of the living beings. The Komaras, as above mentioned, appeared in Komara creation of the material world. So when Brahmaji was in Komara Avastha, means Brahmaji also lived for 100 years. So first 5 years of Brahmaji is known as Komara. When Brahmaji was child for 5 years, so at the time that 4 Kumaras were created. Okay. And they did not marry. So Brahmaji ordered them to, expand this material world with the different living entities. So 4 Kumaras said, we will not marry. We don't want to marry. Then they disobeyed the order of Brahma. But it is said for certain higher purpose, for they disobey the order of Brahma. So then, Brahmaji becomes so angry. So Lord Shiva appeared from his forehead. This is how the creation is happening here. So they underwent severe type of disciplinary action. Qualified Brahma. So the example suggests that one must first acquire the qualifications Brahmana simply by birth, but also by quality. So Brahmana and Kshatriya are not by birth, but it happens by quality and action. Okay. So and then one can undergo the process of Brahman realization. So this is the first. These Kumaras are called as the Satyaves avatar. Okay. So in the next verse he says, "Dhityam tu bhavaya asya dasatala gatamahim uddharishan upadatta Yagnesa. So Param Vapu says the supreme enjoyer of all sacrifice accepted the incarnation of Bor, the second incarnation. And for the welfare of earth, he lifted the earth from the Hiranya made the earthly to no, so, it was bent and underneath the water of this Tarana ocean. So which ocean? So you can see here that earthly planet was submerged here in this water, but in this particular water. So then Lord Krishna took the boar incarnation and then he lifted the earthly planet. So during that time he fought with Hiranyaks and he killed the Hiranyaks. So after that, what happens? Hiranyaks was not ordinary person. He was a Dwarpal of Vaikuntha. So Hiranyaks has the elder brother called Hiranyakasipu. He becomes so angry. Then he performs austerity, to become Amara, to kill Lord Vishnu. He placed Brahma. He acquired the bone that he cannot be died in that night, in the day, outside the home, out in the house, not by any human being, not by any demigods, not by living human being, not by any other animals. That he asked the bone. So you know that particular story, right? So then Lord Krishna take another incarnation. So when Hiranyakashipu become terrorist, for all the Lord another incarnation. So these before this is incarnation. In the third verse, it is mentioned that in the millennium of the rishis, the personality of God had accepted the third empowered incarnation in the form of Devarshi Narad. Devarshi Narad is also empowered. He can go anywhere, anytime, without any restriction. He was a great sage among the demigods. He collected the expansion of Veda, sorry, he collected the exposition of the Veda which deal with the devotional and which inspire non-fruitive action. So when you see, when you see, when we will go to Vrindavan, this Kartik, so near the Govardhan, in Govardhan, near Kusum Sarovar, there is Narad Muni. So then Narad Muni wrote Bhakti Sutra. That is completely about pure devotion without any design, result in the devotion service. So that is how we, and the great Rishi who is empowered incarnation of personality of Godhead, propagate the devotional service all over the universe. All great devotees of the Lord all over the universe in different planets and spaces of life are his disciples. So generally, from whom all are the disciples of Narad Muni? Through Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj. Of course, then Yudhishthir Maharaj also asked the question to Narad Muni during the Rajsuya sacrifice. And Narad Muni was so much respected, even demigods believe him. Sorry, demons believe him. Just like Lord Krishna, after his birth, he was taken to Gokul. So after that, before that, sons of Vasudeva had been killed by Kamsa. And when Lord Krishna was sent to Gokula, so Kamsa sent so many demons, and I think almost all the demons were killed. And now, Narad Muni once said that, that he wanted that Kamsa get killed immediately. So then he went to Vasudeva, Kamsa, and told that, actually, the Krishna who stays in the Gokula is the real son of Vasudeva. He lied you just to save his son from your wrath, from your wrath. So then Kamsa believed him. Hiranyakashipu also have faith on Narad Muni when Hiranyakashipu was performing tapasya. At that time, Indra came and he has arrested the wife of Hiranyakashipu who was pregnant, thinking that अरे बाप इतना खतरनाक है तो बेटा कितना खतरनाक होगा. So by thinking that way, he arrested the wife of Hiranyakashipu, Tayadu. When Narad Muni came and told that, oh, you should not do this thing. So the Tayadu has gone to the care of Narad Muni, and Hiranyakashipu come and tell to Narad Muni that, मेरे बच्चे को सब कुछ सिखा रहा, बस एक नाम मत बताना है. नारद मुनि ने सब कुछ बताया विष्णु के अलावा, भगवान का सारा चीज बता दिया. So even the demigod has a faith, sorry, demons has a faith on Narad Muni. Okay. So Srila Vyas, the compiler of Srimad Bhagavatam, is also one of his disciples. So we'll see in the next few chapters that how Vyasdev received the knowledge from Narad Muni. Narada is the author of the Narad Pancharatra, which is the exposition of the Veda, particularly for the devotional service of the Lord. This Narad Pancharatra trains the karmis or putti workers to achieve the liberation from the bondage of putti work. This Narad Pancharatra is written in such a way that if someone study and practice it, they can be free from the putti activities. Okay. The conditioned soul are mostly attracted by the fruity works because they want to enjoy life by the sweet of their own brows. Okay, the whole universe is full of fruity workers. आप देखेंगे most of the people are working in order to get some material result. They are not doing activity any without the expectation of any result. Okay. So they say the whole universe is full of fruity workers in the all species of life. Fruity workers include all kinds of economic development plans, but the law of nature provides that the, every action has its result and action, and the performer of the work is bound up by such a reaction. So if you get good or bad result, maybe pious or sinful, whatever result we get, that is bonding, that binds us. Okay. So that's why it is said in Bhagavad Gita, Sene Punya, Martalokam Vasanti. So by performing pious activity, we can achieve the heavenly planet. But as soon as the credit of pious activities are over, we again glide down to the earthly planet. Okay. So, this reaction of good work is comparative material prosperity, whereas the reaction of bad work is comparative material distress. But material condition are so are all whether you are one, whether you are on the internet, the to from birth, death, old age, disease. So foolish materialists have no information of how to obtain eternal happiness in the unconditional state. So what is the duty of Narad Muni? So Sri Narad informed these foolish fruity workers how to realize the reality of happiness, how you can become really happy. So that is the role of Narad Muni. Okay. He gives direction to the diseased man, not to activities. So, he give the direction to this kind of people, diseased men of the world, how one's present engagement can lead one to the path of spiritual emancipation. So, how to add the bhakti. So that is explained. The physician directs the patient to take treated milk in the form of curd for his suffering from indigestion due to his taking another milk preparation. Sometimes he takes so much milk and it's become indigestion. So now the what happened that we go to doctor and doctor advised, okay, now you are suffering from the curd, sorry, milk. Now you take curd. The curd is also the one form of milk. Okay. So same way, Narad Muni, what is doing? Why the curd example is given that same way the people are engaged in so many different kind of activity, but Narad Muni just tell them to how to transform that fruitive activity into the devotional service. That kind of guidance he provide. Okay. So Bhagavad Gita also gives the same solution of serving the Lord by the fruits of one's labor. So what we have to do? Okay, you are performing fruitive activities. We are performing the activities to get uh, fruitive fruits, the material fruits. Just give it to Krishna. Spiritualize it. That is how uh, Narad Muni instruct that how the fruitive activities can be transformed into the devotional service. That is the role of Narad Muni. In the third, he says that here, Turiya Dharma Kala Sarge Naranarayana Visi Bhutva Atma Upastamo Petam Karodusyaram Tapa. He says that the fourth incarnation, the Lord became Nar and Narayan, the twin son of the wife of King Dharma. Thus, he undertook the severe and exemplary penance to control the senses. Just like in the fifth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, uh, Rishabh tells to his 100 sons headed by Bharat Maharaj. What he says that Tapodivyam Putrakayana, he says Sorry. नवदेव भाज लोके जाने तपोहि पुत्र काय तत्वं शुद्धे अस्त ब्रह्मसो ब्रह्म. So Vishnu was not ordinary person, he was Satyavesa, and he had hundreds of by Bharat Maharaj. The younger brother of Lord Ramchandra, the son of Rishabdev, and the son of Dusyan. So from the name of the Bharat, who was the son of Dusyan, our country known as Bharat. So he says, my dear boys, of all the living entities who have accepted material bodies in this world, one who has been awarded the human form should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is available even for dogs and hogs at its school. Whatever English would say, we are doing sense gratification, we are doing that is already available in different other limits and other species. Okay. One should but what we should do, what is our duty then? One should engage in the penance and austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. By such activity, one's heart is purified, and when one attains this position, he attains the eternal blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness, which continues forever. So how we can attain that is mentioned in the next verse. Mahatseva dvaram ahurvi mukte. So by tamodvara yushtitam sangi sangam mahantaste samchitta prasanta he says, one can attain the path of liberation from material bondage only by rendering service to highly advanced spiritual personality. These personalities are impersonalists and devotees. So this is it's recommended in the Shastra. So Narayan came to teach this principle, how to perform the penance and austerity. So that's why they came. And nowadays there is if you go to Badrinath, so they were performing the austerity in Badrinath. There is a Badrinshal Bhagwan. So it is the that is the place where Narayan used to perform this tapasya. Okay. So in the next verse, he says that पंचमा कपिल नाम सिद्धेश काल विप्लुतम प्रोवाच सुरये सांख्यम तत्वग्राम विनिर्णयम. He said that in the fifth incarnation named Lord Kapil Dev is foremost among the perfect beings. He is also Satyavisa. He gave an exposition of the creative elements of and metaphysics of the Asuri Brahma to Asuri Brahma. For in the course of time, this knowledge had been lost. So how this material creation happened? Okay, and there is a metaphysics. So physics, subtle level of physics was explained by Kapil Dev. So these are the different activity performed by Lord Krishna. Okay, there are so many other incarnations. We will discuss that tomorrow. So thank you very much, Hare Krishna. If please join us so we can finish on time. So if you have any question, comment, feedback, you can unmute.